Hey guys, Ryan here for Bender Wins. Hope everyone's doing well today. Here with your daily free picks. All right, guys, so yesterday we went 0-2. Disappointing day to say the least. We lost our 2-unit play. I'll go over that in a second. Overall in Masterclass, guys, we finished 5-5. We had two different games that we lost due to errors. Very disappointing from that regard. We had a pitcher total that we took under. I said, look, I didn't think this guy was going very long in the game, and he didn't. He went 3 innings, but we had under 4.5 strikeouts. He's happened to strike out 5 batters in those 3 innings. So quick discussion of our 2-unit play, guys. Look, I'm not going to dwell on it. I'm not going to go over it in great depth because it is what it is. I will leave it to you guys to decide good play or bad play. I made up my mind on it. I'm not going to share that with you guys. You make up your own mind. Bottom line is, guys, we had 18 hits in the game. There's 18 runners left on base, 30 strikeouts in the game, 30 strikeouts. The way I look at it, guys, at the end of the day, it's baseball, okay? That's just baseball in a nutshell. Last 30 days have been kind to us, guys. Overall in Masterclass, we have 57% win rate with a 6.39% ROI. So, I'm doing what I want to be doing right now. I'm actually exceeding my ROI in terms of what I would be happy to do. But at the end of the day, luck does play a factor. And there's an irony. There's definitely an irony to the fact that I close out every single video the same way. I'm sure you guys have noticed. I said, as always, guys, have a very lucky day. And the irony to that is that I'm not really a great believer in luck. Okay? What do I believe in? I believe in mathematics and the law of large numbers, that in the long term, luck will balance out. But I will tell you, and I will admit, after yesterday's game, a little bit of luck day in and day out certainly doesn't hurt. Look, there's an irony as well. I realized listening to my song for God knows how many times I've listened to it, and that song is I Won't Get Fooled Again by The Who. I listen to that when I lose, okay? I listen to Bob O'Reilly when I win. I love Bob O'Reilly. I hate listening to Won't Get Fooled Again, despite the fact that I actually liked that song before I started listening to it every time I lost. The reason I do that, guys, is so I can bring myself back down to even keel, okay? There's emotions in sports betting. You'd be lying if you said there wasn't, okay? And I try my best to eliminate emotions, guys, because emotions cause bad decisions. So at the end of the day, I listen to my song by The Who, and at the end of it, I just try and draw an even keel and get back to square one. But I realize there is an irony in a song, I Won't Get Fooled Again. Because the reality is, guys, you will. You will in sports betting. You will continue again and again and again to lose a certain percentage of games, okay? And it's a fallacy to believe that you're ever going to achieve perfection, okay? It's why I bring up the fact all the time. Billy Walters hit 57%. Long term. I mean, long term hitting 57% is pretty miraculous. I've always said, look, my goal is one day to be able to put up the numbers that Billy Walters does. Okay, my goal is 54 to 57%. And if one day I can put up the numbers that Billy Walters does long term, that would be an absolute dream. And that's what I aspire to. But at the end of the day, guys, if your goal is to not get fooled again and be perfect all the time, it's not going to happen. So you have to allow yourself that leeway to lose from time to time. Now, I have another 2-unit play today, okay? And I want to talk about this for a second, okay? Someone messaged me yesterday and they said, like, what are the odds you're going to lose two 2-unit plays in a row? Because we lost a 2-unit play 2 days ago. What are the chances you're going to lose 2-unit plays in a row? Well, look, guys, my goal is 54 to 56%. We know that my goal on 2-unit plays is to hit 60%. So it's very simple math that we arrive at the figure of. It's about 36% of the time where we have 2 preset games where going into game 1, you acknowledge that you're going to lose 2 in a row, right? So if I knew there was going to be back-to-back 2-unit plays, I'd say there's only about a 36% chance that we're going to lose both those games, and there's a better chance that we're going to win both those games, okay? Now, if we go forward to today's game, where it is, again, a 2-unit play, well, what are my chances of losing 3 2-unit plays in a row, okay? Now, the simple math on this, guys, the answer to that is 6.4%, okay? But hear me out, okay? The simple math to that, guys, just do a very simple equation, okay? It's 1 minus 0.6, which is your 60%, to the power of 3, okay? So you put the 1 minus 6 in brackets to the power of 3, and that gives you a number of 0.064 or 6.4%, okay? Now, what's important to take into account there is that is starting from a predetermined position before any of those bets are played. What is the reality? That we will lose 3 2-unit plays in a row. That comes down to the percentage that we believe we will win this game. And I do believe we will win this game at a fairly high percentage. But I took that question maybe a different way than the question was probably phrased. I read it not as, well, what are the odds we lose that? I read that question, and maybe it's just me reading between the lines of not, well, what are the odds we lose 2 2-unit plays in a row? Well, I gave you the math. Okay, it's not great, but it happens, and it will happen. I took that question as, what are the odds we lose 2 2-unit plays in a row, ... I think I'll hammer this game. And that's not what we do, guys. We want everything we do to be about math, okay? We want this to be about math because long-term, guys, remember I said long-term, I believe in math and the law of large numbers, okay? And when you factor those things together with an edge over the house, you will do this, okay? When you start putting in gambler's fallacies, like, when you see roulette, when red comes up 8 times in a row, so then people start betting black because black has to come up, right? Sure, if you said right from point A, before any spins had gone, will red come up? Or if black's gone 8 times in a row, will red come up in the next 9 spins from point A? It'd be very high odds. But what are your odds on that very next spin after it's already come up 8 times? It's just a little bit less than 50-50, right? 50-50, but if there's no green numbers, it would be 50-50 again. And that, guys, is important, that when I give this 2-unit play, right from the start, okay, from before I gave out the first 2-unit play and the second 2-unit play, there was a 6.4% chance that I was going to lose 3 2-unit plays in a row, okay? Tomorrow, there's not that, so do not have that gambler's fallacy, guys. We have to think long-term. It's why I continue. Look, I could come out here, guys. I could just come out here and be like, okay, guys, here's our plays for today, yada, yada, yada. That is not what I'm doing here, okay? This is about education. It's making you guys better at sports betting. It's about teaching you guys, the math behind it. And that's such an important aspect of it, guys. I'll continue to do that. My new whiteboard arrived today. It's in 5,000 different pieces because they can't seem to ship anything put together these days. So when that gets put together, guys, I'm going to go through, I'm going to start doing a lot more educational stuff, including breaking down the math of sports betting, guys, because it's so important. And the more I see things in sports betting, comments, like, no, I'm not talking about just on here. I'm talking about like, on different Facebook groups, on chat rooms and stuff like that. The more I see that math is like a completely absent thing from a lot of amateur sports betting, I want to bring that in, guys, and educate you on that. So without further ado, how about our 2-unit play for today? All right, guys, so I have 2 plays for you guys today. Masterclass, I have 5 additional plays, so 7 plays in total today. We're going to start it with our 2-unit play, guys, and we are going to take Oakland minus 140. So Oakland minus 140. Steam on this game, guys. Nice money distribution. I like Oakland in this spot. So we're going to go with Oakland minus 140, guys. I'm trying to keep these videos under 10 minutes. I don't know. No matter what I do, I can't keep these videos under 10 minutes. I guess I just like hearing myself talk. I don't know. Play number 2, guys. So first play, Oakland 2 units minus 140. It has gone up a little bit, guys. I got this line at 128. It's drifted up to 140. I still think there's a tremendous amount of value on this game for Oakland. Second play, guys. Don't hate me for this one. Dodgers and Philly over 9.5 minus 115. So Dodgers and Philly over 9.5 minus 115. Didn't work out exactly how we wanted to, guys. Tomorrow got 4 system indicators. I don't expect 30 strikeouts. I don't expect 18 runners left on base. I do expect a fair amount of offense. And there's, again, 9 to 10 mile an hour wind out in Philadelphia, guys. I like that. I was disappointed to see Betts out of lineup today. No expectation, obviously, that Betts is out of lineup. Maybe ambitiously hoping that Hoskins would be in the lineup. Didn't happen. So 1 unit play, guys. Dodgers and Philly over 9.5 minus 115. Okay. To wrap up today's video, guys, again, we all want to get lucky on a day in and day out basis. Okay. We want to have a lucky day. It's why I always wish you guys a very lucky day. And I wish it upon myself. I hope that we all have a very lucky day. But long term, guys, this does boil down to the math of sports betting. Okay. And math, the beautiful part of it, it's a constant. Okay. It doesn't change. Math is not opinion based. Math is just simply math. So when it comes down to this, guys, our third day in a row with a 2-unit play, you will treat this 2-unit play like you would any other 2-unit play. Okay. There will not be any fallacies about he's due. There will not be any fallacies of like, how can we lose 3 in a row? Okay. Because that's all it is a fallacy, guys. All right. That is it for us today. So as always, guys, have a very lucky day.